And here in Alaska earlier today, Maria Downey speaking with Senator Dan Sullivan. The focus of their discussion on Alaska's need for additional infrastructure investment after the federal government announced millions of dollars in spending to build out high-speed internet in rural Alaska.
What other areas of Alaska's infrastructure do you consider the most vulnerable?
Well, I always like to say we are a resource-rich but infrastructure-poor state. Think about this statistic. We are 120 times as big as Connecticut, and yet we have less road miles than Connecticut. And unfortunately, when we try to build roads, just think King Cove, for example, you have a lot of times lower 48 environmental groups that try to stop the building of simple roads in Alaska. So to me, we need a lot more infrastructure. And the infrastructure bill that we passed, the bipartisan infrastructure bill that we passed last fall, is a good step forward. But another area, I just actually gave a speech on the Senate floor about this a couple hours ago, that I'm passionate about. You can have all the infrastructure money in the world, but if you don't have a permitting system that allows you to deploy the money, you're not going to get anywhere. And unfortunately, we have a federal permitting system on so many things, broadband, roads, bridges, ports, that it can take years just to get the federal permits to then go build. It wastes money, it wastes time, it doesn't help anybody. So one of the things that I've been passionate about, like I said, I just gave a speech about it on the floor. One of the things that was in the infrastructure bill, not as much as I wanted, but still a good start, is serious permitting reform so we can get these projects built on time, on budget, in a relatively quick manner. Alaska, in my view, has been ground zero for many of these really notorious delays in permitting. You might remember down in Southeast, the Kensington mine, with all the litigation, took 20 years to permit. I mean, that's just crazy. So to me, we have this opportunity with infrastructure, but we need a permitting system that enables us to deploy the capital. And I'm going to keep focused on that. That's a real big risk. I worry we're going to have the funding, but we're not going to be able to deploy the infrastructure dollars to Alaska because of a broken permitting system. I'm working on that issue every single day. Sounds wonky, permitting and everything, but it's actually really, really important for our state and the whole country.
All right, Senator Dan Sullivan, thank you so much for joining us today.